Hello, my name is Vilma and I am a knitter from Finland, and today I want to share another knitting update video with you all. So today I don't really have any super exciting progress because I have been pretty evenly working on all of my whips. I have no new cast-ons, no finished objects, just progress across the board. But I want to start off with what I'm wearing. This is a sweater I made in 2022, I think. And it's the Queen Bee sweater or Genser by Anna and Heidi Pickles. And I knit it with Puno by Gepard Garn and Soft Fuzz from Pickles yarn. And this is a pretty, it's like a bulky weight yarn with a combination, and I knit it with 8mm needles, so it's a pretty big gauge. It knit up super fast. And this was my first raglan sweater that I ever made. And yeah, I have to say I'm really happy with it. The soft yarn, it does pill a little bit, but considering that I have worn it a lot during the past 2 years, let me see if I can show the body a bit better. I do think it has held up really well. I really love the big sleeves. That was the main element that drew me to this pattern initially. And yeah, I think if you're also a beginner knitter looking to knit your very first raglan sweater, I would really recommend this one because I thought that it was very easy, easy to follow, and created a really nice finished object. I also really like the neckline. It's a V-neck, but it's not too deep, so that makes it really comfortable and versatile for me personally. Then, to move on to my actual whips, I want to start off with my columns sweater, just taking it out of the project bag. Column sweater, I cast this one on in August. I can't remember the day right off the top of my head, but in the beginning of August. And this is what it's looking like right now. It's a bit wrinkly because my project bag is way too tiny. Maybe it looks a bit better on the other side. Not really. But yeah, you can definitely see that it's longer than last time. But yeah, I do still have a ways to go before the body is finished. But it is looking longer and longer each time. And currently I have used 3 entire balls of the Drops Baby Merino in this light blue color. So this is the 4th one. And I have been kind of contemplating on putting this project into hibernation. But for right now, I would really want to finish the body and maybe then let it hibernate. But basically, I want the body of the needles so that I could use the needles for something else. Because I am knitting it on 4mm needles, which is a size that I do use quite a lot. So it would be nice to liberate the needles for something else. But I'm pretty happy with the progress. of the column sweater. Then next I have super quick crochet update. So basically I finished this flower that was giving me some trouble 2 weeks ago because I couldn't figure out on my own how to connect the leaves over there. But with the DVD that comes with the book, let me show you. So this is the crochet book that I'm using to create my flower squares. And I am doing seat covers inspired by this picture. And the book also comes with a DVD. And in the DVD you have more detailed PDF files for everything, for all of the squares. So I took a look at that. I figured out how to connect the leaves, and here we have a finished square. It looks a bit funky without a proper background, but I'm really happy with it. I think it looks very cute. And then I did just a simple brown square, which I also think looks very nice. And I just use scrap yarn for these. For the brown one, this is Jamieson and Smith jumper weight. And this one, the yellow in the middle, is by Sandnesgan. It's a baby, is it like baby wool merino? And the white is also Jamieson and Smith. The green is random Novita yarn, which is discontinued now. And the purple in the middle is a super random mystery yarn that I inherited from my grandmother. I have no clue what it is, what it's even made out of, but it's fingering weight. So it's probably a sock yarn, I think, but I'm not sure. It's very, very mystery yarn. Then my next project is the Caris Slipover by Mary Wallin, which I can first show because it's featured in her Cumbria book. I can show the picture of the finished slipover. There we go. So it looks like that. And I am making it in the size S. And otherwise I am following the pattern to a T, except my gauge was a bit tighter because I'm knitting on 3mm needles, where I think the pattern suggests 3.5. So I'm knitting with like 10 additional stitches. And like I have mentioned previously, I also switched out one color, which now I can show my progress. So last time I was in the middle of this part, but now I have pretty much finished the first repeat. I am getting pretty close to the armhole, but not yet. And yes, you can see the color that I changed was the shade Mallard. I substituted it with Mulberry, which is the dark purple here and here. And I think you can see that it creates a bit more contrast with the light grey. than the mallard wood, but personally I really don't mind, and I am really happy with the way that this is looking. If I try to position it on my body, you can see the length. Yeah, it's really just a few more rows before I can do the armhole shaping. We're really happy with the way this is going. And let me think, did I have anything else to say about this one? Well, first of all, also the wrong side also looks so pretty in my opinion. It looks kind of woven. Really love that about stranded color work. But yeah, I think that's probably it about my Caris Slipover. Then my last project is the Goda Vibber Hals by Kristine Fjellheim, and it's basically, I don't know if it's a cowl, because when I think about cowls I think of the sort of tube you have on your neck, but this is a different shape. It's more like a flap, and then it's going to have some ribbing around your neck. So I don't know, is it a cowl? Let me know. So as you can see, I am nearly finished with the main portion of this cowl, and soon I can bind off and then just do the ribbing. I am pretty confident that next time this will be finished. I am knitting this in Snefnug by Camarosa, and this is a super duper soft yarn. I think, no, I can't remember what is the suggested yarn in the pattern, but I think it's a similar weight to Snefnug. And this is, it comes in just one size. So maybe I can try it on. I have finished the front already. I'll just pull the needles. So this is what it looks like at the moment. Yeah, you can see I still have a bit more to go on the back. But yeah, I am pretty satisfied with this one, and it has been working on pretty quick. I think if it would be already finished if I wasn't working on also my other projects at the same time. So that has been just a really relaxing, almost mindless knitting. Even though it does have some cables, it is pretty mindless and easy. Well, one thing about this one, I did make a mistake. Let me see if I can spot it. So basically you knit the front first, you bind off for the neck hole, and then you work both of the sides individually before connecting them. When it was time to connect them, I noticed that I think, yeah, this side was 2 rows shorter than the other side, so I had to then just do 2 more rows so they would line up. And I think you can see that there is a little bit of a jog there that doesn't exist on the other side. But I think once I add the ribbing, you really won't notice anything. Oh, and I forgot to say, yes, about Caris. I also have a mistake on this one. A pretty small one though. Something that I am not bothered by and I don't think anyone will notice. But on this pattern you can notice on the top I have that one little dot on every other repeat that I forgot to do on the bottom. So it's basically just one stitch. Who cares? But I did want to mention it because mistakes do happen, whether they are big or small. But yeah, so that was all of my whips. Like I said in the beginning, I am progressing on everything, but yeah, nothing super exciting this time. But I thought it would be nice to share also some recent acquisitions that I don't usually show, mainly because I try not to buy too much. But I do have a couple of things I want to share this time. The first one is this little booklet by Taito, and like it says, it's the Roosanauha ohjekuvasto. So it's a little pattern booklet that part of the commissions, like part of the money that they get from selling this will go to breast cancer research. And it is mainly accessories, a lot of socks, some hats, and one sweater that I actually don't like that much, but I got it mainly for the socks. Maybe I can show one picture without any patterns. And you can see they are using a lot of pink because that is the breast cancer awareness color, at least here in Finland. I think it probably varies from country to country. Or I don't really know. Maybe it doesn't. Let me see some other nice sock picture. Everything has the pattern on the same page. Well, here is another pair. These are not really my favorites. In general, I don't really like socks with text. I prefer just pictures and sort of illustration. I think, yeah, let me show another picture. I would want to find the one that's on the cover. Oh, it has like the pattern even on the picture, but let me see if I can be super sneaky. Because this is one of my favorite patterns in the booklet. So yeah, this is the first thing. Second is I bought some yarn. This is something that I won't be casting on anytime soon, but I do already have some projects in mind for this yarn. So I got 2 skeins or hanks from Hedgehog Fibers. This is the Kid Silk mohair blend, and it's in the shade Woodland. So it has a lot of colors, but at the same time I think the colors are kind of muted. Like, it's not too bright, because some of their colorways are super bright and a bit intimidating to me. But this one is much more muted. And I bought these for the worst reason, which is that they were on sale. But I don't feel too bad about it because I did save almost 20 euros from the original price. So I consider it a good deal, and I know that I do have some projects where I can use these, and I really like them, so overall it's a win. And for now I just keep them sort of around in my living room so that I can just look at the colors and be happy about my yarn purchase. I really get it why some people have really big yarn stashes, because just looking at the colors of the beautiful yarn, it does really do something. But that was everything from me for this time. I would love to hear what are you working on? How are your projects coming along? Are you following some plans that you made for this autumn, or are you just knitting more spontaneously? I would really love to hear about that. But see you next time. Bye!